What's up guys, it's Matty Mish, and as the Unova event comes to an end, we are going to go ahead and add some Pokemon to our Unova Pokédex. If you go ahead and look here at our Pokédex and you go over to the Unova region, you can see we don't really have much. We have the starters, we have Lillipup and Herder, we don't have the final evolution. So we're missing a lot of stuff from the Unova Pokédex. But since Unova event is over, and as we're counting down to the Pokemon Go Kanto tour, I'm going to be filling up my Pokédex with ones that we don't have. With Unova, we are going to skip some of the ones here, like for example, we're not going to go ahead and get a Axew because I don't have a good IV one, and then there's some that we just don't have enough candies to get. But we're going to go ahead and sort our Pokemon list by the Unova region. And we're going to go by number. And since Snivy, Tepig, and Oshawott are going to most likely get their own community day at some point, we're going to skip those. We're not going to evolve those. We got Patrat and Watchhog, and then we do need to get Lillipup over to its final evolution, so I'm just going to go ahead and do a quick IV check of some of these. I know I have at least one good IV one here. This is most likely going to be it, this one. Right, and it is going to be that first one. This one I'm assuming is a 96%. It looks like it's 15, 13, 15. So we're going to go ahead and evolve this one on over. Oh, and I'm glad that I caught myself before I did that, because we are going to drop a lucky egg. Since a lot of these are going to be new Pokedex editions, it's going to rack us up a bunch of XP. And if you look here, you can see that we are at like 14,100,000 past level 40. I am trying to get more XP before I decide to level up to 41. But we are going to see how much XP we could get just from this evolution. So we're roughly at around 14,100,000 XP. We're going to drop that lucky egg. And then we're going to go back and we're going to sort by Unova. And we're going to go ahead and evolve our Lillipup over. So I believe with the evolution you get 1,000 XP, and then for the new Pokedex edition it's also 1,000. So we should be getting around 4,000 with the lucky egg. I'm not 100% sure on that though, but that's what I think we're going to be getting about. And then we're going to evolve Herdier over. Nice, and we get Stoutland. So we're going to go ahead and register Stoutland to the Pokedex. And we get 1607 CP Stoutland. Next up on the list is Purloin. We have a 98% with 14 attack. Let's see what the other ones we have are. I believe it's this one. It's probably like around in the 80s, like an 82%, but it has a 15 attack, plus Purloin's evolution isn't that great for anything, so we're just going to go ahead and evolve it on over. And then if we do get a better IV one down the road, we'll definitely evolve that one. I don't want to evolve the 98% with 14 attack, just because if I ever were to use it in a raid battle, it's always better to have the ones with the 15 attack. Nice, and that's the cheetah looking one, Liepard, and it's going to be 1032 CP. Next is Panpour. This is another one that we're going to skip. You do need a Unova Stone to get it. I have a Unova Stone. I have some that I can use, but I just don't want to do the Unova Stone evolutions just yet. Pidove is the next one, and we only have 2 of these. I've transferred a lot of them out, and then we're just going to go ahead and evolve this one on over. And this one actually has a 3rd evolution, so I'm a little disappointed I didn't save 3 of them, but we'll definitely come across these ones again, and we could evolve that one then. So we get Tranquil, we'll register Tranquil to the Pokedex, and then we're just going to evolve this one on over to the final evolution. Takes 50 candies. We have 68, so we'll go ahead and evolve this one on over. Nice, and we get Unpheasant. And I think Unpheasant might have been in raids during Unova week. I'm not exactly sure. It was either Unpheasant or Tranquil that was in raids. Blitzel's the next one. And we're just going to evolve this one on over. Takes 50 candies to evolve. We do have 52. Nice, and we get Zebstrike. So we got Zebstrika. When you click it, it's white turns to yellow since it is that electric type. And it's 1367 CP. And next, I do have a bit of a surprise to show you guys. We did hatch those 9 eggs that we had with the Unova event. We didn't get a great, anything great from the eggs. We got one good IV Roggenrola, but we also got our first 100% IV of 2021. And that first 100% IV is this Roggenrola right here. If you click on the appraisal, you can see that's a 100% IV, and we hatched it just as Unova event came to an end. So this is the one that we're going to evolve all the way over. First we'll get it evolved over to Boldore. And we already have a Boldore, so that won't be a new Pokédex edition, but then we're going to evolve it to Gigalith, and that'll be the new Pokédex edition. Still see the appraisal as to 100% IV, and we're going to go ahead and evolve it over. This is one that you can trade where it doesn't evolve, where you could trade it and it won't take any candies to evolve. But we are going to be using candies anyways. It's going to be 200 of the 337 we have. If we were to trade, chances are we wouldn't get another 100%. And if we did, it'd take a while and a bunch of trades to get there. So we're just going to evolve this one on over. Nice, so we're going to go ahead and register Gigalith to the Pokédex. And it'll stay that 100% IV. Smackdown and Solar Beam, we'll probably TM it later. I can't see the CP, it's 1844. There we go. There was a bubble in the background that was kind of blocking it, but we got an 1844 100% Gigalith. Next is Wubat. It does take one km of walking plus some candies to evolve over to Wubat, so we're not going to go ahead and evolve our Wubat. I thought that I kept 2 Drillburs. I wonder why we transferred one away, but they're easy to come by. We actually got all of those 85 candies in one day. When we did the Unova Challenge event, we saw one, and that's when we registered it to the Pokédex. We got all 85 in one day. They're super common around here. I'm not scared about finding another one, so we're definitely going to evolve Drillbur over to Excadrill. And we'll go ahead and register Excadrill into the Pokédex. Timber, I don't have any good IV ones, and we don't have one good enough to get all the way to Conkeldurr. So if you see, the best one we have is a 96%. It has 14 attack. We'll we'll evolve that one over, but we're not going to get anything over to Conkeldurr today. Timber was in raids a lot before these challenge events, and I'm kind of hoping that we have another Timber raid where they come back once the Kanto event's over. And we'll register Girder to the Pokédex. And as you can see, that's the 96%. We're not going to get anything over to Conkeldurr today, though. Next is Panpour, and I really like this one. Both of these evolutions are going to be new Pokédex evolutions. So we're definitely going to go ahead and evolve this one on over. It's a really good Seismitoad for PvP. So this is going to be the one that we evolve all the way up to Seismitoad. So we'll go ahead and register Palpitoad to the Pokédex. I really do like this evolution line. I like Panpour, Palpitoad, and Seismitoad. So we have 231 candies remaining, and we're going to go ahead and evolve this one on over. I love the color of Seismitoad. I love that blue color with the teal and the black. It just looks super cool. So we'll go ahead and register Seismitoad to the Pokédex. And it's a 1928 CP. And with Community Day, with Machop Community Day coming up, and with 3 times the Stardust, I don't know if I want to power this one up and teach it. Definitely don't want to teach it a new attack just yet. But let's just see how much it'll take to power it up to get to a PvP rank. We'd almost have to max it out, so we're not going to go ahead and do that today, but we will evolve one more time, pull on over to Palpitoad. So this one's the better IV, so we'll go ahead and evolve this one on over. And we'll definitely start collecting some XL candy for Seismitoad to get him to that PvP rank. I don't know how great it is in PvP, but since it has good PvP IVs, you might as well keep it. You never know if it's going to get a change in a moveset that can make it somewhat useful, so it's definitely good to have on hand. We don't have enough Seawaddle candies to evolve, so that's another one that we're going to skip, but we are going to go ahead and evolve Venipede. We have 2 good IV ones. This one we're going to go ahead and evolve on over, and then we have a 96% IV with 15 attack that we're going to evolve to the final evolution. Both of these will be new Pokédex editions. And we will register Whirlipede to the Pokédex. And then this one is our 96%. We'll go ahead and do a quick appraisal on it. 15, 13, 15. And we'll go ahead and evolve this one to the final evolution. So we get another Whirlipede. And then we're going to go ahead and evolve this one on over to the final evolution. We have 181 candies left. This does take 100 candies. So we'll evolve this one on over. And we'll register Scolipede to the Pokédex. And we'll name this one Scolipede 96. And next up is Cottony. We already have a Whimsicott. And this one takes a Sunstone to evolve. This one... So we already have Cottony and Whimsicott. Basculin doesn't evolve. We don't have enough Sandiles to evolve. We have Darumaka, and we have the Galarian evolution, but we don't have the normal evolution. So let's go ahead and do some IV checking and see which one that we want to go ahead and evolve on over. So I think the Darumaka that we evolved over is a 96 with 13 attack, which I'm right, and oddly enough, I believe that the Darumaka we have Galarian is also a 96 with 13 attack. So we'll evolve this one on over. We have enough candies to evolve a better IV one over. I don't think the Unovan Darumation is that great, but the Galarian version is one of the better ice types in the game, so that's going to be the one that we're mainly looking after, and hopefully we could find a good IV with 15 attack, 2 power up, and add to our ice type collection. So we have a couple Dweebles. We'll definitely evolve one on over. And this one's the best one that we have. And we'll go ahead and register Crustle over to the Pokédex. And before we evolve over Scraggy, I just want to see how much time we have left on our lucky egg. And we have about 15 minutes left, so we're doing pretty good. And we'll scroll back on down to Scraggy. So this will be the one that we evolve over. We had just enough candies. We had 67 candies. This one's been pretty hard to come by. It was in a research breakthrough. It was spawning a little bit during the Unova event, but it's definitely hard to rack up some Scraggy candy. So I'm definitely glad to get Scrafty registered to the Pokédex. $1284 CP. And we're going to move on over to Yamask. And you know what? I think I'm going to save Yamask. I was going to evolve it on over, but with Halloween coming up in 10 months, I know it's a long time away, and it's going to be hard to wait that long to get it into the Pokédex. But I think I'm going to evolve it during the Halloween event that's coming up. Even though Galarian Yamask would probably be available then, I do plan on evolving it during the Halloween event. Next is Turtuoga. I think I traded one with a friend. So if that's the next up is Turtuoga, and I don't think I have any good IV ones of this, but we'll just evolve one on over. This one has the best. Let's see if anything looks like it could be good for PvP though. Not really, so I'm just going to evolve. We actually don't have enough candies, so let's go ahead and add some candies. Which is good because if you see here, I have 1526 rare candies, and it just takes up too much bag space. So we're going to go ahead and we'll go ahead and transfer on 26 over. We'll keep our rare candies at 1500 exactly, and we'll evolve this one on over, and we'll have 18 candies remaining after. Well, this one looks pretty cool. Caracosta. Like the name too, so we'll go ahead and register Caracosta over to the Pokédex. 1440 CP. And next up is Archen. We have 3 Archens. It does evolve. Super hard Pokemon to come by. And we don't have any great IVs. This one does have 15 attack, We got it at San Diego when we went there on a trip last year. So we're going to go ahead, and we don't have enough candies to power this one up either. We'll need about 32. And this is because this one's so hard to come by. I found 3 in the wild, pineapped all 3 of them. 6, 6, and 6 is 18. That's how we got the candies. So we're going to go ahead and we'll go ahead and transfer 50 over just because this one's super hard to come by. And I'm trying to clear out some backspace. I think I canceled that on accident. Oh no, I didn't. It must have just took a little bit of time to transfer over. But we have 68 candies, and we're going to go ahead and evolve this Archen on over. I'm definitely happy to get this one registered to the Pokédex. I wouldn't be surprised if I don't see another Archen for months. So I'm glad that we had enough rare candies to transfer over, and I'm glad that we had more than one so we could go ahead and register Archeops to the Pokédex. It is definitely a goofy looking bird, but I'm glad that we have it registered into the Pokédex. Next is Trubish, and I'm surprised I only have 2 Trubish left over. I must have transferred a lot. This one's definitely the better IV, so we'll go ahead and evolve this one on over to Garbodor. A lot of people think Trubish is a useless Pokemon, and I have a super unpopular opinion of having a Spotlight Hour or Community Day of Trubish, where you get extra Stardust, because it gives 750 Stardust per catch. So if you use a Star Piece and you're catching the whole time it's available, you could really rack up some Stardust. So that's the reason why I like Trubish, and I'll always catch one whenever I see one. And I am glad to get Garbodor into the Pokédex. Although if I was to get a bunch of these from 12km eggs, I probably would be upset unless there was 100% IV in there. So we have Mincino and Cicino. We have 3 Gothicas, so we'll go ahead and we'll evolve some over. See what the 2 best IV ones are. So it'll be this one and then the 3rd one. Which one do I want to evolve all the way over? Looks like they're about the same IV. The other one, this one has a little bit better attack. So we're going to go ahead and evolve this one on over to the first evolution, and then we'll go ahead and fully evolve the other one. I always think of Gothica and its evolutions as like a goth looking like Minnie Mouse sort of thing, with like the big things it has on the sides of its ears. So we have Gotharita, and then we're going to go ahead and evolve this one on over all the way. Now, Gothica is something that was in raid battles before. It is something that I hope comes back into raid battles. It is definitely something that I would like a better IV one, although I don't think it's very useful for much. It is a psychic type Pokemon. And this one we also are lacking the candies to evolve, so we're just going to transfer 100 candies on over. So we could evolve this one on over. And with how much I raid, I go out every Wednesday during raid hour. If you keep your status showing online and you're one of my subscribers and I see that you're online, I will add you to the raid. It is very hard with some time differences, so I do apologize if the time difference doesn't work out. But I am working to see if there's something that I could do to make some people that are in other time zones be able to get those legendaries. So that's one of the reasons why I don't worry about using these rare candies. I know that I'll be able to stack up a lot of rare candies and get my stock up again. So we have Gothitelle, we registered it onto the Pokédex, and we'll see what's up next. Looks like we have Solosis and Ducklit up next. So let's see with Solosis here. No good ones, so we'll just evolve this one on over. We have 31 candies, only takes 25 to evolve. I am trying to do what I can to get most of the Pokédex completed. There are some exceptions, the Unova Stone ones, I don't want to evolve. Yamask I want to save for the Halloween event. And then Axu is one that I don't have a good IV yet, and I don't want to waste candies on Axu. So I want to wait for either a good IV or a community day. And Solosis is another one that has a third evolution. So you know what, we're going to go ahead and transfer, let's go 120. We'll transfer 120 on over. So we'll evolve Duostian on over, and then we're gonna we'll probably evolve one other Solosis on over as well. This one's definitely a cool one. All of the Solosis evolutions kind of look like something that's trapped in a bubble. And let's see here, which one do we want to evolve on over? We'll do this one. Definitely glad that I'm being able to use some of the rare candies. I never really use them and they just take up a lot of bag space, so happy that I get to use them to get some of these new Pokemon. Ducklit is up next. I'm surprised we saved 9 of them. Let's see which one we want to evolve on over. So there's 2. It's either this one, which looks like 0, 14, 13. One 15, 13-ish. So we're definitely going to evolve this one on over. This one looks like it'll have a good PvP IV, and since we don't have any good like IV ones, anything in the 90% range with 15 attack, we'll evolve this one on over just in case Ducklit is good for PvP. I haven't checked it, so I don't know if its evolution is good for PvP, but you never know if there's that moveset shakeup, so I always like to keep the ones that look like they could be good for PvP. And we'll go ahead and get Swanna registered to the Pokédex. Next up is the pseudo-legendary Vanillite, and I say pseudo-legendary very sarcastically because it was super hard to catch during the holidays event. We got Deerling and Sawsbuck, still haven't caught our winter edition Deerling. Maybe we'll be able to get one during Community Day or during the Sinnoh event. I doubt we'll see one in the Sinnoh event though. Carablast, this one, I think that I have one that I traded with a friend. Yeah, this one is the one that got traded, so, since I don't think that this one's IV is in the 90% range, I think this one's probably like a 84, 82%. We'll just go ahead and evolve this one on over, especially because I don't have the 200 candies yet. As I said before, I don't mind using the rare candies, but I want to use it for something that's either gonna A, add something to the Pokédex, or B, is useful for PvP or PvE. And I do just want to see where we're at with the lucky egg. We have 2 minutes, so we are gonna go ahead and drop another one down. Go back to Unova. Next up is Fungus, another one that I only kept 2 of. Wonder why. And we'll just evolve this one on over to Amoonguss. So we'll go ahead and register Amoonguss to the Pokédex. 898 CP Amoonguss. And next up is Alamamola, which I believe does not evolve. We'll just double check, and I'm correct, it does not. Next up is Joltik. So let's see where we're at with Joltik here. The 91% is the one that we're going to go ahead and evolve on over. Nice, so we'll go ahead and register Galvin Tula to the Pokédex. 1247 CP, 91% IV. We got our Ferroseed and we got Ferrothorn, which is this 98. We'll go ahead and just change the name. I don't think I have any good oh, this one's kind of good IV, but I don't think I have that great of an IV Clink. So let's see, 15, 13, 10. That's about a 38, 15, 11, 12. I think this one's probably better. We're going to keep the shiny as shiny, but we are going to go ahead and evolve this one on over. We'll evolve the next one on over. And then whichever one has the higher CP, assuming that they're different, we'll go ahead and choose which one to evolve on over fully. And we'll register Clank to the Pokédex. And then we're going to evolve this one on over to Clang as well. And then whichever one is the higher CP, assuming they're different because they were the same for Clang. Excuse me, they were different for Clink, but they are different for Clang, and this one is the better one with 1035. The other one is 1034, so we're going to go ahead and evolve this one on over. Oh, that's pretty cool. Clinkling. I didn't know that it had that sphere around it. I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. So we have a 1480 Clinkling, and Elgium does evolve, but we hatched this one from a 10k egg. We don't have enough candies to evolve it, and I'm not going to transfer any candies over because if we hatch another one, who knows, we could possibly get enough to evolve it then. So we'll save that one. Litwick, it doesn't use an Unova Stone just yet, but its final evolution does use a Unova Stone, so we're going to go ahead and wait on Litwick. Litwick's final evolution is also really good for PvE as a fire type and as a ghost type. So we want to wait until we get a better IV one as well. Axu, we said we weren't going to go ahead and evolve. We evolved Cubchoo over during the holiday event to Beartic, so we have Beartic. Cryogonal does not evolve. We have Shelmet and Shelmet's evolution. Stunfisk does not evolve either. Golett does evolve, so let's see. We will transfer some candies over to it. Even though we don't have a good one, it is going to be a Pokédex edition, and it is hard to find, so we will go ahead and transfer some candies on over. We'll transfer enough for it to have 59, because once we evolve it, it'll have about 10 left over. has 9 right now, but once we get to evolution, it'll have 10 candies left over. And we'll go ahead and add Golurk to the Pokédex. 1576 CP. I believe this one does evolve into a pretty high CP one, so let's just check what it would fully evolve into. 3119, so I thought that it would be higher than that, but it still does get to pretty high CP. Although we probably won't power that one up due to the bad IVs. We don't have a good IV Pawniard. We're going to evolve one though. We'll definitely evolve one. Let's see here. We'll give this one 59 as well. And both of these were obtained from an egg. This one has the higher CP, so better IV, so we're just going to evolve this one. Both have pretty bad IVs, but with them hatching from Team Rocket eggs, I'm sure that I'll be able to get a bunch of candy for when I do get that good IV one. I could go ahead and get it evolved. And we'll register Bisharp to the Pokédex. And then we only have... so we'll go ahead and register Bisharp to the Pokédex. And it's 1592 CP. And let's see what we have next. Rufflet and Volibee evolve, but we don't have multiples of them, so we're going to hold off on that. You can see Heatmore doesn't evolve, as well as Durant doesn't evolve. Dino does evolve, but that is one that we definitely are waiting on. We'll either wait for a good IV or a community day. Then you have our legendaries, Kumbalayan, Terrakion, Virizion, Reshiram, Kyurem, which I should probably transfer some of since I need to make some space, and then Genesect. So let's see how much XP we got. We got a medal. We registered 100 Pokemon first discovered in the Unova region to the Pokédex. I don't know how much we had to start, but I'll definitely look at the tape when editing and make sure that I add how much we added to the Pokédex on this video. And let's see how much XP we got. Wow, we got 132,000 XP. That's crazy. Just 132,000 XP just from evolving Pokemon. So if you look here, we're at 14,232,497. Got 132,000 XP just from evolving and adding Pokemon to the Pokédex. That's pretty impressive right there. So before we end this video today, I do just want to go into the Pokédex real quick, and we'll go to Unova. You can see that it's a lot more filled out than it was when we first started. Not as filled out as I would like it. I would like it a lot more filled out than what it currently is. But we were able to add a lot. So let's go ahead and count to see if we could see how many we did add. So Stoutland is 1, Liepard is 2, 3 and 4 with P-Dove's evolution, 5 with Zebstrika, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12 with Venipede's evolutions, 13, 14 with Scrafty, 15 with Caracosta, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 and 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26 and 27, 28, 29. So we added 29 Pokemon to the Pokédex, so that alone got us a lot of XP. And then just some of the duplicates that we evolved. That way we could have a living Pokédex of one of each evolutionary line. So we did a really good getting adding Pokemon to the Pokédex. Still a lot more that we need from Unova that we'll eventually get when there's the community days for these starters. We need to travel to get Pansear and Pansage. We do have Panpour, though that's the one from our region. There's a couple Unova stone ones we need to evolve, a couple that we need good IV ones for, like Conkeldurr, since it is good for PvE. But overall, 132,000 XP is great. Adding 29 Pokemon to the Pokédex is great. And it's going to come again with Sinnoh. It's going to come again with Hoenn, even though we don't have much to do with Hoenn. And we still need Smeargle for Johto, so we still definitely have more Pokemon that we'll add for the other generations. And then as the game evolves and adds in more things, we'll continue to fill out our Pokédex. We'll continue to fill out our Pokédex, and we'll bring you guys on the journey along. So I'd like to thank you guys, everyone that's been here from the beginning, everyone that's recently joined the channel. I'd like to thank you guys for watching and hopping on the journey, and we'll see you guys next time.